Have you ever been at school where there's been an incident that, like a scary incident? Well, that has actually happened to me. That's why I'm making a story time video, my first one. So, you need to remember these timetables for later in this story. So, the timetables are in our primary school. This was when we were in year 3. So it was, we go out for break time, the first play, at 10:45 to 11. 11 is when we come in. And after that we do a lesson. And then we would go outside at 12 and go back in for our lunch at 12:30. And normally I get done at about like 12:45, but you go out again, but you know, like, you don't, like, all of us don't go out at the same time. You just walk out the door and go out. So not today, like 2 years ago this actually happened. So me and Mason saw a scary incident where we went into the calm garden. I will hugely regret that. To this day, I hugely regret that because you will need to know what happened. So we walk in, it's like basically there's a fence, and guess what time it hits? So it hits 12:25. We are getting ready to go in, we just chill. We're chilling there until we got like the whistle to go in. So at this point there's year 4s in there, but I didn't know there were year 4s. Me and Mason didn't know there were year 4s. So Mason tried to this piece of wood in our school looked like a trapdoor. So Mason tried to open it, but then guess what we heard? 3 little knocks up there. But the scary incident is that at that time one of our classmates had left. So yep. So that's what you need to know for this. But then the clock goes by. Now, tick tick. Now it is 12:29. 1 minute till we go in. And then on this last minute, we do something crazy. Like, I mean crazy. So what we do is we try and open it with all of our strength. And the clock hits 12:32. But the whistle went 2 minutes before that at 30 minutes past. We didn't hear it because we have the calm garden and then the ball court where the teachers were standing with the whistle. So everyone had went in, apart from me, Mason, and all the year 4s because they went in after us. So then, I hugely regret this. Mason went, "Look, dude." So then I went, okay. And then I stood up because there's little benches around. I stood up like this. But then I didn't know the teachers were standing there. They caught me and Mason. But they knew that we weren't messing around. They knew that we forgot. So at this moment of time, this is where disaster strikes. The teachers come. They say, "Why aren't you in the dinner hall?" And at this time, that's why I'm doing this, because that's how I was reacting. And I went, "What? Have they went in?" And they went, "Yeah." And then they've like robbed our packed lunches. So they have like the packed lunches in their hands. Yeah. And they make us go in. And we say thank you. And they don't even answer back. So that's how you know that teachers are strict. Because they won't answer back like this. Like, they won't go, "Thank you for saying," well, like, "You're welcome." Like, when you're in a bad incident, they always don't, like, in this school, they always don't, like, say thank you if it's a serious incident. So we go in, the teachers, like, drag us into the dinner hall, and then this is where disaster strikes again. All of the year 3s, everyone out of the class and the other class, we're all saying, Mason, Lucas, where have you been?" And we were like, "Oh, should we tell them?" Because one of them there was a big snitch. So we didn't tell them. We said we were just in the toilets. I'm pretty sure I told them that. And at this moment of time, we go back out when we finished. That's a bit later because I was like 5 minutes late. So then everyone's done. Like, not everyone, but like, there's only some people left. Me and Mason on our first thing. So then I had to speed run through it. We came back out, went back in the calm garden. We heard the same 3 knocks. But what is crazy, 2 weeks before that, we went in it and we heard the same thing. But then we decided to investigate. We looked through the crack, and there's I'm pretty sure we saw like a massive crater under one of the things. And this is where disaster strikes. We go into the sewers, yeah. We don't go inside the sewers, we go above it. We put a piece of string in, and it falls when we have hold of it. But like it slipped out of our hands, and that's when we realised. We looked into the sewers, we saw something moving. Like it wasn't like a black like bird or like a white bird or like a robin or any type of bird, like a crow or anything. Yeah, it wasn't any of that. It was like full on moving like this. But then we saw it turn left, but there was no sign of path left. So it means left was towards the shed where the trapdoor is. So this time I'm like, oh no. And then we look in, we're like proper petrified, and he turns, goes towards it. But then we decide to put a piece of string hanging over the edge, but then it got like dragged under. And then we called, to this day, we still call that the shed incident with, and remember, this is a regular school. It isn't even like a haunted school or anything. So that is why it was scary. But even to this day, like, people still sort of like we heard knocks on it. I don't know if people see that because we're in year 5 now. So that was the shed incident, I guess. Oh, the 3 knocked incident. I hope you enjoyed this story time, and if you want more story times, then please like and subscribe.